Be warned, this video will contain spoilers. The transplant storyline in this episode delivers some of the strongest emotional beats, largely thanks to Waithe's incredible performance. What initially seemed like a standard medical case evolves into something far more complex, allowing for deeper character exploration. But what makes this storyline even more compelling is how it becomes a mirror for the ongoing tensions between Meredith, Richard, and Catherine. It's a classic Grey's Anatomy move, using a patient's case as a way to dissect the doctor's own relationships and personal struggles. For Meredith and Nick, this episode solidifies the stability of their relationship. It's refreshing to see them in a place of understanding and mutual support, but the more gripping interactions come from Meredith and Richard. Richard's frustration over Meredith keeping Catherine's condition a secret earlier in the season is understandable to a degree, but it also highlights his tendency to let emotions cloud his judgment. Catherine's survival is ultimately due to Meredith's choices, yet his resentment lingers. And then there's Catherine herself, who seems all too willing to let Meredith take the blame rather than acknowledging her own role in keeping Richard in the dark. That dynamic makes for some tense exchanges, but what makes this episode truly stand out is how it finds a resolution. By the end, a well-executed twist forces all three characters to see the bigger picture, leading to a much-needed turning point in their relationships. The way this plays out is compelling, setting the stage for future developments that will no doubt have ripple effects in the coming episodes. However, as engaging as Meredith and Nick's presence is, their time in Seattle feels oddly contained. The absence of a moment between Meredith and Amelia is particularly glaring. It's hard to believe the two wouldn't have crossed paths at some point. Given their history and Amelia's significance in Meredith's life, it's a missed opportunity to add another layer to Meredith's return. Hopefully, future episodes will address this gap and make better use of the rich character connections that Grey's thrives on. Beyond the transplant case, the episode delivers some fantastic character moments elsewhere. Ben and Winston's scenes together are a definite highlight, and Jason George continues to shine as one of the franchise's most versatile and compelling actors. His effortless chemistry with any character he interacts with is undeniable, and this time, his advice to Winston injects a layer of depth into Winston's ongoing romantic struggles. It's moments like these that remind us how strong the show can be when it focuses on organic character connections. Link and Amelia's interactions are another strong point. Their relationship has been through its fair share of ups and downs, but there's a maturity to their dynamic that stands out. Instead of leaning into unnecessary drama, the show gives them space to reflect and grow. And when Amelia unintentionally becomes the catalyst for Link's major decision by the episode's end, it's a satisfying payoff that feels well-earned rather than forced. The intern retreat offers a much-needed change of pace, pulling Bailey, Jules, Simone, Blue, and Lucas out of their usual hospital environment. It's the kind of storyline that allows for introspection and camaraderie, making for some genuinely heartfelt moments. Given Mika's departure, it would have been easy for the retreat to center entirely on the interns processing that shift, but the episode takes a more nuanced approach. Instead, it cleverly acknowledges everything the interns have endured with a balance of humor and sincerity, reinforcing one of Grey's Anatomy's greatest strengths, its ability to find levity even in the heaviest moments. This episode does a lot to restore faith in Season 21 after some frustrating missteps. Unlike previous episodes that felt like they were merely moving pieces around, this one brings real momentum to multiple storylines, ensuring that every character feels purposeful. If Grey's Anatomy can maintain this level of storytelling, the rest of the season is looking far more promising. What do you think about the way Meredith and Richard's storyline played out? Do you agree with Richard's frustration, or do you think he's being unfair to Meredith? Let's talk about it in the comments.